12th one, two APs have the same common difference. So let's just, only the same common difference. So let the two APs be. Let the APs be. Let's take the first one as A1, A2, A3 up to AN. And the next one, let's call it B1, B2, B3 up to Bn. Both of them have same common difference. Common difference here also is D. Common difference here also is D. The difference between their 100th term is 100. So A100 minus B100 is 100. It is given in the question. What is the difference between their 1000th terms? So what will be the difference between A1000 minus B1000? I hope this is clear. So what is this? A plus 99D minus B100, I can write it as B plus 99D instead of A1, A2, B1, right? So I start with B is equal to 100. A plus 99D minus B minus 99D is equal to 100. Plus 99D minus 99D cancels. A minus B is equal to 100. We will keep it here for now. Come here. What is A1000 minus B1000? A plus 999D minus B plus 999D. So here we are trying to find this value. Okay. So now what happens? A plus 999D minus B minus 999D. 999D minus 999D cancels. You are left with A minus B. From this, what is A minus B? 100. So can I write this as 100? How? From 1. Question 13. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? See, we had done the same question earlier, similar question. That said, how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? What did we do? We took the first 2-digit number 12. We went on to the maximum 2-digit number. That time it was 99. But how do we find about 7? So what will you do? You know 7 tens are 70. After 70 are 77. After 77 what do we have? 84, 91, 98, 105. Oh, I got the first 3-digit number. What will be the next one after 105? 112. But let's say it was a more complicated question and instead of 13 it was 19 or instead of 3-digit it was 4-digit. Would you waste time doing this? No. And then how do you get the last number? Last 3-digit number. You can't do this forever and go up to 900, right? So we need some other technique. In this question we'll be learning that technique. Understand this. They're talking about 3 digits number. So start with the smallest 3 digit and go to the highest 3 digit. Which is the smallest 3-digit number you have? 100. Take 100 and divide it with 7. 7 ones are 7, get 30. 7 fours are 28. 2. That means, let's say I have 100 chocolates and I have to give it to 7 students. I gave 7, 7, 7. How much is the remainder? 2. This 2 is extra. This 2 is extra. You can't give it to anybody. So can I say the number exactly divisible is 100 minus 2, which is 98. That means 98 will be perfectly divisible among the 7 students. After 98, which is the next number? 98 plus 7, obviously. Yes, 98 plus 7 is 15. So then you get 105. So 105 is the first 3-digit number that can be divisible by 7. Now, if I have, let us say, the maximum 3-digit number 999. Now if I have 999 over there and I divide it by 7, 7 ones are 7, remainder 2, 9, 7 fours are 28, remainder 1, this 9 comes here, 7 twos are 14, remainder 5. That means if I had 999 chocolates and I had to give it to 7 students, I would have 5 remaining in the last and I wouldn't know what to do. So this from this 999, remove off those 5 extra. So how much is it? 999 minus 5, 994. This will be my first, this is my first 3-digit number, that's divisible by 7. This will be my last 3-digit number divisible by 7. I hope you all understood this. This has to be in a working column. I don't have space here, so I have done it here. In your exams, you will put all this in the working column. So now, what will be the AP? Therefore, AP, or you can start off as 105, 112, goes on up to 994. So now, what is A? 105. What is D? 112 minus 105, 7. Obviously, because there is multiples of 7. In the question they are saying, how many terms are there? How many terms means, if this is the 100th term, 100 terms are there. If this is the 30th term, 30 terms are there. So I have to just find the value of n. So n given is 994. I have to find the value of n. So what do? We know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An 994 is equal to 105 plus n minus 1 into 7. 994 is equal to 105 plus 7n minus 7. 994, 105 minus 7, how much? 98 is plus 7n. Send the 98 this side. 994 minus 98 is equal to 7n. 994 minus 98, how much is that? 896. Please do the subtraction. N is equal to 896 by 7. Now we do the division. 896 by 7. 7 ones are 7, remainder 1, 9, 7 twos are 14, 5, 6, 7 eights are 56. That will go. So how much? What's the answer? 7 ones are 7, 7 128s are 96, as 896. So answer is 128. That means there are 128 such terms that are divisible by 7. 14th one. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? 4 multiples, meaning 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. I already taught you meaning of multiples, factors in the previous question where we saw 6 divided by 2. 6 is divisible by 2. 6 is a multiple of 2. 2 is a factor of 6. Revise that video if you do not remember. Okay, so now we have how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250. So it starts with 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on. Your limits are 10 and 250. So I know that the first multiple that lies between 10 and 250 is 12. So I know my AP starts with 12, 16, so on. But do I know my last number? Is it 250? No. So what do? Take the 250 and divide it by 4, just like how we saw the example with 7. So now take 250 and divide it by 4. 4 6 are 24, remainder 1 comes 0, 4 2s are 8, 2. That means if I had 250 chocolates and I had to divide it among 4 people, in the last I would have 2 chocolates remaining. That means that 2 what to do? You can't give half. So you throw it away. So from this 250, remove this 2. That means now I have 248. Is 248 divisible by 4? Yes. Because if I had 250 and I gave it to 4 people, 2 were left. I am taking that 2 and I am throwing it away. So how many do I have? 248. Is it exactly divisible by 4? Yes. So my last term here is 248. So I got 248 here. Just like how we did before. So what is A? 12. D? 16. 16 minus 12, so 4. AN? 248. Find the value of n. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An is 248 is equal to 12 plus n minus 1 into 4. 248 is equal to 12 plus 4n minus 4. 248 is equal to 12 minus 4 is 8 plus 4n. 8 comes this side. 248 minus 8 is equal to 4n. 240 is equal to 4n. N is equal to 240 by 4. N equals 60. That means the last term is the 60th term. So totally how many terms? 60 terms. There are 60 such numbers that are a multiple of 4 and lies between 10 and 248. 15th one, for what value of n are the nth terms of the two APs equal? So you have an AP here 63, 65, 67 dot dot dot, and you have another AP here 3, 10, 17 dot dot dot. They are telling you one term of this AP is equal to this. Which term is that? What is that value of n? So now what happens? We'll call this A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. So what is given in the question? AN is equal to BN. Before we do that, let's keep the values of A, B, C, D, A and D here. What is A here? 63. What is D? 65 minus 63, 2. What is A here? 3. What is D? 10 minus 3, 7. Now AN is equal to BN. A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to B plus n minus 1 into D. Since this is B1, B2, B3, we will call this BN or B. So yes, that's B, this is BN. Okay. Now A is 63 plus n minus 1 into 2 is equal to B is 3 plus n minus 1 into 7. 63 plus 2n minus 2 is equal to 3 plus 7n minus 7. 63 minus 2, 61 plus 2n is equal to 3 minus 7 is minus 4 plus 7n. Bring all the n terms on one side and everything else on the other side. 61 is here. Bringing 4 this side, plus 4, 7n, 2n goes this side, minus 2n. 65 is equal to 5n. N equals 65 by 5. N is equal to 1 and 3, 13. So the 13th term is the term for which the two values are equal. Have they asked the term? No. For what value of n? So we got the value of n, 13. Suppose they say what is the value of the term? You have to find A13 or B13. Both will be same. Determine the AP whose third term is 16. They've given A3 is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. We have understood what is the meaning of exceeds by. Seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. 7 is more than fifth term by 12. So how to do this? You get two different equations. A plus 2D is 16. What will happen here? A plus 6D is equal to A plus 4D plus 12. A cancels. 6D is equal to 4D plus 12. 4D comes this side. 60 minus 4D is equal to 12. 2D is equal to 12. D is equal to 6. I got the value of D. Let's call this equation 1, substituting in 1. So therefore what happens to 1? A plus 2D, 2 into 6 is equal to 16. A plus 12 is equal to 16. A is equal to 4. 16 minus 12, 4. So A is 4 and D is 6. Can you find the AP now? So for AP, first you find A1, A2, A3. So what will be A1? 4. A2, 4 plus 6, 10. A3, 10 plus 6, 16. Therefore, AP is 4, 10, 16, dot, dot, dot. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. See, AP given is 3, 8, 13, 253. They are asking 20th term from the last. We have already decided whenever you get last term from the last, what do? We reverse the AP and you find the answer. So now reversing the AP or reversed AP will be what? Before that, what term is here? 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. So if you go back, minus 5, minus 5. So from 253, if you're coming back, what is this number here? 248. Do you agree? Yes. Plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. Minus 5, minus 5, minus 5. Okay? Now, so what will this be? 253, 248 and goes on up to 3. A is equal to 253. D is equal to 248 minus 253, that is equal to minus 5. Okay. Now, last term of the AP is 3. This is 253. They have asked for the 20th term from the last. N is 20. So, you have to find A20. A20 is A plus N minus 1 into D. What is A? We know that AN, so now we are finding A20, correct? What is A? 253 plus 20 minus 1 into minus 5. 253 plus 19 into minus 5. So do 19 into 5. 5 9s are 45, 5 1s are 5, 9, 95. So 253 minus 95. From 253 you have to remove 95. 1s are, 14s are, 13s are. 13 minus 5, 8. 14 minus 9, 5, 1. So 158. So this will give us 158. That means this is 20th term from the reverse AP from start. For the first AP, it's from the last. So you have to write in the last because we have changed the AP. Therefore, write down. Therefore, the 20th term from the last is 158 for the given AP. You should say for the given AP because you have changed the AP in this question by reversing it. 18th one. The sum of the 4th and the 8th term of the AP is 24. Sum of 4th term and 8th term of the AP is 24. The sum of the 6th and the 10th term of the AP is 44. 6th term and 10th term if I add is 44. Find the first 3 terms of the AP. First solve them separately. What happens here? A plus 3D plus A plus 7D is equal to 24. A plus A, 2A. 3 plus 7, 10. All of them have 2, so I will divide everything by 2 or take 2 common. A plus 5D is equal to 24. 2 will go that side. A plus 5D is equal to 24 by 2, which is 12. Let's call this as equation 1. Now, coming here, A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is equal to 44. A plus A, 2A. 5D plus 9D, 14D is equal to 44. Again, all have 2. Now, this time I am directly dividing everything by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. A plus 7D, 14 by 2, 7. 44 by 2, 22. Let's call this equation 2. You can do 2 minus 1 or 1 minus 2. No problem. So, I am going to do 2 minus 1. A plus 7D equals 22. A plus 5D is equal to 12. Change the signs. 7D minus 5D, 2D. 22 minus 12, 10. What is D? 5. We got D. Find A now. We can find A by using any one equation. We will use 1. So, A plus 5D is 12. So A plus 5 into D, D is again 5, is equal to 12. A plus 25 is equal to 12. A is equal to 12 minus 25. A is equal to minus 13. A is minus 13, D is plus 5. You have to find the first three terms of the AP. Minus 13, A2 is minus 13 plus 5, minus 8. A3 is minus 8 plus 5, minus 3. So therefore, these are the first three terms of the AP. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of 5,000 rupees. Means every year 5,000 rupees she was getting. And received an increment of rupees 200 each year. Let's say in this year she got 5,000 rupees. Next year her salary became 5,200 rupees. Next year it became 5,400 rupees. In which year did his income reach 7,000 rupees? It's his, not her. In which year did his income reach 7,000 rupees? See, starting salary 5,000. Next year he got 5,200. Next he got 5,400. In which year did he reach 7,000? They want to know how many years it took. This took 1 year, this took 2 years, like that. How many years? This is in the second year. That means plus extra. So first year, second year, third year, like that. So which year is that? Okay. So now carefully observe. A is equal to 5,000. D is equal to 5,200 minus 5,000, that is 200. AN given is 7,000, correct? So AN is 7,000. We want to find out which year, 10th year, 5th year, 6th year, nth year, we don't know. So you have to find out N. What do we do? AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. What is A? 5,000. What is AN? 7,000. 7,000 is equal to 5,000 plus N minus 1. D is 200. See, every time I was opening brackets 200 into N, 200 minus 1, same method. But here I will send 5,000 this side. Look here. I am changing my method. It's still the same. I am not violating any rule. N minus 1 into 200. 7,000 minus 5,000, 2,000 is equal to 200 N minus 200. Bring the minus 200 this side, plus 200. 2,200 is equal to 200 N. What is N? 2,200 divided by 200. Cancel, cancel. N equals 11. That means in the 11th year he will get 7,000 rupees. They are asking the year, which year? Started with 1995. Therefore, 1995 plus 11, 610. In the year 2000, he will get 7,000 rupees. So 11th year from his starting year, he will get 7,000 rupees. Which is that year? Started at 1995, he went 11 years more, 6, 10, 10, 2. So 2006. In the year 2006, he will receive rupees 7,000 as his salary. Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a year and then increased her weekly savings by rupees 1.75. Meaning, in the first year he saved rupees 5, second year 5 rupees plus 1.75. Meaning A1 is 5, A2 is 5 plus 1.75, 6.75 in second week. In third week, 6.75 plus 1.75. How much is that? 6 plus 1? 7. 7 plus 0.75, 0.75. You can do the full addition there, 8.5. Now, this will go on. If the nth week, in the nth week, her weekly saving became 20.75 And some nth week AN was found to be 20.75. Find N. You know AN is 20.75. What is A? Starting with 5. And D obviously is 1.75 because you're adding 1.75 and going. So now you have to find out what is the value of N. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. AN 20.75 is equal to 5 plus N minus 1 into 1.75. There are many ways to solve it. Send the 5 this side, or you can open brackets there first. Shall we open? Anyhow you can do, no problem. 5 plus 1.75 N minus 1.75. Now 20.75 is equal to 5 minus 1.75, 3.25 plus 1.75 N. 3.25 goes aside. 20.75 minus 3.25 is equal to 1.75 N. 20.75 minus 3.25, so you'll get 50. 20 minus 3 is a 17, okay? 17.50 is equal to 1.75 N. 17.50 divided by 1.75 is equal to N. Remove the decimal, multiply and divide with 100. So 1750 by 175 is equal to N. 1s are 10s are. N is equal to 10. Therefore the answer is 10th week. In the 10th week she gets that much saving.